And the Caribbean Sound is sponsored by the Carnival Planning and Management Committee, the Carnival Music Management Committee, Creamery Novelties, Live a Little, Harris Paints, the Champions of Color, the Computer Store, Quartz, Bringing Value Home, and Grace Tropical Rhythms Juices.
St. Lucia, it's the Battle of the Titans. Newcomers and veterans clash on one stage in the National Calypso Semifinals. Sunday, June 29th from 4 p.m. at the National Cultural Center. They're bringing the fire, the lyrics, and the punchlines, all for a chance to compete in the National Calypso Monarch Finals. Advance tickets are just $40. Pay more at the door. Feel the vibes. Embody the spirit. Lucian Carnival. Nothing sweeter than that.
Are you a small business owner looking for dependable IT support? Then look no further. TCS has the solutions to all your IT needs. Our experienced and qualified team of IT professionals has all your IT solutions. We provide wired and wireless networking, point of sale solutions, network security, data backup and recovery solutions, desktops and laptops, computer hardware and software, computer accessories, inks, toners, and much more. Don't let IT solutions cripple your operations or your ability to serve your clients. Call us today at 450-4638 or visit us on the ground floor of the American Drywall Building at Bidbutai. The Computer Store, meeting your demands in the IT world.
Who's a little man with a lot to offer? He is the Harris Paints man who sells the best for ladies in so many colors. He is the Harris Paints man for a better paint and a better price. Check the little man. Advice. If you're painting inside, outside, you'll be satisfied when you use Harris Paints. If you're painting inside, outside, you'll be satisfied when you use Harris Paints.
Oh, I've got this feeling to high five the sun, dance in the rain, and have my scoop of fun. I'm on my way to flavor my day with something new, and I've got room for you. Let loose and live a little, get close and share a little, give in and taste a little. You'll fall in love with creamery novelties. Love life and live a little, get close and share a little, give in and taste a little. You'll fall in love with creamery novelties.
Enjoy Creamy Novelties ice cream, distributed by Ferrens Foods. Live a little.
St. Lucia, are you ready to feel the vibes? The National Groovy and Power Semifinals is coming your way on Friday, June 27th from 6 p.m. at the National Cultural Center grounds. Come support your favorite soca artists as they bring the heat and battle for a spot in the finals. Admission is just $20, so grab your crew for the ultimate after-work line and come wave your rag on June 27th at the NCC. Feel the vibes, embody the spirit. Lucian Carnival, nothing sweeter than that.
Experience Carnival with Quartz Ready Cash. Enter to win $10,000 cash when you take a loan for $3,000 or more. Get the cash to purchase event tickets and costumes. All you need to apply is your ID, payslip, recent job letter, proof of address, and 2 references. No security required. Flexible payment terms, quick approval, and hassle-free. Visit us in-store or apply online at www.quartz.com. Quartz Ready Cash. Ready when you are. Promotion ends June 30th, 2025. Normal criteria and special conditions apply.
Grace Tropical Rhythms. Join the rhythm.
Distributed in St. Lucia by Acado Limited.
And we're back. Vaval Central on the Caribbean Sun. Morning, Teddy.
Morning, Iowa. Morning, Iowa.
Morning.
You revived from Cicero yesterday.
Yeah,
Cicero Carnival. Rain can't stop the jam. Since when rain could stop the jam, Iowa? Cicero Carnival. Vibes on the road. Invasion Band. Zari, big up yourself. Cicero. Shams Entertainment. Cicero, Turn Out, Rain or Not, the Vibes on the Road. All the major artists on island passing through to test their songs, to push their songs. Quite a vibe. Cicero Carnival. That following despite the challenges of the rain, they missed Cicero the night before. All the reports almost unanimous, good community vibe. And in the end, the new Queen Crown, we're having the first three places on Vaval Central this week. They'll be appearing with the Tajma Brown, the coordinator. The first three places will be making their customary appearance on Vaval Central come this week. We congratulate them. And of course, the grand motorcade from the Carnival Queens was quite a splash from the city centre, from the cultural centre through the city centre on to via Point Seraphine to Rodney Bay, and indeed ending with a grand spectacle, a big show with lots of entertainment centered around the Carnival Queen contestants. All that to look forward to. Today at 10 o'clock is a big day, the dipping ceremony and technical briefing for persons who qualified for the semi-finals. Your friend Gregory Piper, Iowa, tell me that he's not playing today. He's starting today. Rehearsal start today. And going right through till Sunday, the big day. Very open semi-finals will be very keenly contested as they go before the judges. It's one of the most open contests in recent years, and so everything to fight for. Whether there'll be new lines, new songs, change of strategy, we'll see that on Sunday afternoon starting 4 o'clock over at the Cultural Centre, the semi-finals. The rehearsals start today. They're dipping for the positions at 10 o'clock over at the Cultural Centre. A lot more to look forward to. The Intercommercial, as many as 20 competitors this year in the Intercommercial. They have their big meeting on Wednesday at 10 o'clock over the Cultural Centre. That's a big meeting with the musical director to go through all their pieces, the technical briefing. Intercommercial is on. We have one of the entrants, the first participation by Ministry of Labour, Department of Labour. They're in with their new number. They're looking forward to perform that in just a bit for us. We also have Divine, one of the outstanding talents, making her debut in the national scene, the senior level this year. She's here with us. We'll be joined too by Reddy. So two of the female Calypsonians will be in studio performing their songs, talking to us about the journey as they go forward. That and lots more to look forward to on Vaval Central this morning. But we're starting with Shan, one of the ladies in the competition. What they call this, the second number, Iowa, the first one having been popularized first. The tune this morning.
Better on Vaval Central.
The gang was a bad. Our fathers worked hard. So much sacrifice. Paradise. I know survival is for the fittest, but oh my goodness, we get so heartless, like we gone back in time when poverty and crime was the order of the day. I wonder what our fathers would say. So I'm making a plea, hope you agree with me. Let's leave St. Lucia better than we found it. We cannot continue with the things that we do. Let's leave St. Lucia better than we found it. Every day is a death, there will be no one left. Let's leave St. Lucia better than we found it. Our kids' inheritance, like we blow all at once. Let's leave St. Lucia better than we found it. So let's preserve and enhance and not leave to chance. I know for our children we must save what's entrusted to us. I know there is no I in team, don't mind how it seems. We have to wake up so we can live the dream. Let's live a legacy of progress and prosperity. And British reign left we with the strain, took the best we had, left us hurting bad. But in our people we inherit gold, each day unfolds strength, still untold. Through the years with faith in Christ, sacrifice that paid the price, till the land endured this strife. Helped shape this hard-won paradise. They took all our gold, left we in the cold. Right, St. Lucia, better than they found it. They sowed the seeds of divide, but we still got pride. St. Lucia, better than they found it. We still bearing these scars, but we reaching for stars. St. Lucia, better than they found it. We strong and we wise, with fire in we eyes. St. Lucia, better than they found it. So no more blame and shame, let's elevate the name Ayanola. We know who we are, let's carry it far, Ayanola. There is no I in team, don't mind how it seems. We have to wake up so we can live the dream. Let's live a legacy of progress and prosperity.
Good morning, Vaval Central.
Babado, babado, babado. The baby boomers, overachievers, under candlelight, like they got it right. Some built this nation, world admiration. Walcott and Lewis, our noble sons. They fought with books, not guns. With brains they got it done, and that's why I'm here to say, don't let the gains we made slip away. So I'm sounding the bell, we're not doing too well. We get floods not from God, it's from we who discard. The garbage we drop is what's messing us up. The gutters can't breathe, but we still won't believe. So let's preserve and enhance and not leave to chance. Ayanola. We know who we are, let's carry it far. Ayanola. There is no
Morning, Vaval Central.
we have to wake up so we can live the dream. Let's live a legacy of progress and prosperity. Woyoyoy, woyoyoy, woyoyoy.
Lushan on Vaval Central. Better, Teddy.
One of the ladies in the competition for this year in the semi-finals comes Sunday afternoon, 4 o'clock. It is the battle for the top 9 who will join Desrel over in the final at the SAB, the big yard as they call it. They'll be battling. We have another of the ladies who will be competing. It's called Divine Dosha Fenelon. Good morning, Divine.
Good morning.
You hearing clear, Iowa?
Yeah.
Nice and clear?
Yeah, man.
Divine, we happen to know that you took part once in Intercommercial in the days you worked at court, represented courts. You won then, didn't you? You won?
Yes, back in 2012.
Who was your writer then?
Liam Javatis.
Who are your writers this year?
Liam Javatis and Chris Carter.
Wow, you have two top writers, boy. It's been years now, about 10 years that you took part in the Intercommercial.
Mm-hmm.
What gave you that crazy idea to take part in the Senior National? Tell us the thinking.
Well, this is what I always wanted to do. I mean, after doing the Intercommercial, I give myself some time, and I said to myself, when the time is right, I will definitely, take that step. And so the time is now.
Okay.
Yeah.
How has it been so far? You took that leap into the big competition. How has it been thus far?
It has been ups and downs, but mostly it's been good. A lot of learning experiences. So I'm just taking it in and ensuring that I go out there and just do my best.
Yeah. lots of nerves on the first night. We sense that you're not at your strongest. We know you are as a very strong vocalist. We didn't sense that you were at your strongest on that first opening night. Nerves.
Yes.
Tell us about the first night.
I don't think it was nerves. I was not well that night. My voice, I had lost my voice prior to that evening 2 weeks ago. And so when I got up that day, my voice was totally gone. So I had to save it for that night.
The voice wasn't the best.
It wasn't. No, not at all.
Yeah.
And so I was battling this for an entire month. And so for the opening night, it was not my best. And so it was all because I was not well and just trying to, the composure, trying to ensure that I deliver, saving that voice for the entire day and just letting it out. But I've learned, learned from that experience. And so I'm looking forward to, living it all out there on semifinals.
Yeah. So just take the public through your two songs. The first one speaks of backup, that you no longer want to be backup. Tell us the thinking, the idea. Some see there are double meanings to it and several meanings. Explain to the public.
Yes. Well, I'm not built for backup. When I had the idea, I placed a call to Face Calix, and I told him that I'm ready. I always said that when I'm ready to go into the big yard, my writers would be Face and Niam. And so when I spoke with him, I told him what I really wanted the message I wanted to bring out there. It's a personal experience, and also me being a backup. I was backup vocalist with the South Calypso tent for over 14 years. And so he decided to, make it more personal, not just being a backup, but also speaking of me as a woman and me as an individual with talent and, with the desire to do more, not just being in the back, the desire to be at the forefront. And so, there's a twist. There you can look at it many different ways, but it's really my personal experience. Yeah.
And the second one about the health system, also personal experience.
Personal experience as well.
Your mom at a certain private institution, but we'll get to that also in just a bit as you continue to sing. Tell us, you surprised, you were excited, anxious about the results, getting to the semifinals. How confident were you?
I was confident. I think I did pretty well for the quarterfinals. Coming from my first, coming from the first show, I was ready, and I said, you know what, I'm in it now, so I better give my all and do what I came here to do. So I did just that. I was confident, and so I just relaxed and just waited for the results. That's it.
And of course, excited when the results came.
Yeah, I was.
That morning. And, are you sensing support, your old colleagues, your old workmates, your friends?
Yeah, I do have support right now.
As people discover that you're taking part, I guess some of your friends didn't know.
Yeah, a few people were not aware, and so when they found out, it's like, it was about time, you know? Yeah.
Why the name Divine? That's the name Divine.
Divine is a name that I really love. I love that name. And when I was trying to figure out who am I on stage, and right now in my life, it's represents growth, just like the plant, the vine represents growth.
You're D-vine,
divine, yes.
Right. Not divine as in godly, okay.
Right.
Divine, yeah.
So right now I'm ready to flourish, growth and being able to spread my wings out there. So this is why I chose that name.
Right. Tell us how experienced you've been in singing as a vocalist. Where do you perform? How experienced have you been as a vocalist?
I've been singing, I don't know, my life. I did, apart from the background vocals and with South Tent, I've been singing with the band Transfix back in the day, and the hotel circuit, Fusion X in the hotel circuit, and every opportunity I get to, to sing, I would take it. Right. So I've been around, yeah.
And you felt that making a difference on that stage there. the experience is coming to good use?
The experience in singing, yes. But I think it's a totally different game when it comes to, calypso and yes.
The ambience, the penis.
Yes, very different. And so I had to adapt to that.
As experienced as you were.
Yes.
Different kettle.
As experienced as I was the first night, I did not do what I was supposed to do. So, yes, so I had to, fall back a bit and to just re-examine and just look at the game as we call it. Mm-hmm. And so I had to get a different mindset as to this is not the hotel circuit, this is calypso.
Right.
This is something totally different. Yeah.
And as you do adjust, of course, if you do qualify for the finals, many have testified, is another adjustment now to that big yard. It becomes another, when the audience is no less than some 15 feet away. So that's a different story to really project and get it there. There are many who have done well in the relative intimacy of the cultural center and in the expanse of a Marshall grounds. Phillip Park just fell flat, where that voice has to almost go to the Marshall Boulevard and come back.
Yes, it does.
Projection and everything is different. So it is a transition and adjustment that you're looking forward to. Now that you have tasted it, do you sense it's something you'll stay in for a long time?
Of course. It's something I always wanted to do. Like I said, I was just waiting for the right time. And so the time is now.
Yeah. As we join now by Reddy, Calypsonian Reddy will join us in just a bit, along with Dosha. And of course, Niam Jean-Baptiste, well pleased, he's the writer for Divine and also a writer for Reddy. Is Reddy there yet?
Yeah,
Ready? Ready? Go next to, you want them? Let ladies go first. So we're joined by Reddy. Niam happens to be the writer for both, of course, the father of Reddy. Let's have a quiz as to what's Reddy's first name. Not many people know her first name, but we'll get to that in a bit. So we're here, as we remind everyone, in a while, it's a big moment for the qualifiers, the semi-finalists. They go into the dipping to get their places in the different competitions, something to look forward to. We'll be going through the order for the soca semis, for example. Let's just give them 1 hour. We're going for the power soca come Friday afternoon over at the Cultural Center. In the power soca, the order at number 1, you do have Sly. Then there is Sly is first. Then we have Ninja Dan and Sizzler. Keisha K is at 3. Manchester at 4. Saya comes in at 5. Then Bronx and Mata, followed by The Great. Then there's Desrel and Jadel with the car, of course. Cupid and Ricky T. Then T Blacks and Nerdy. Monster, Nerdy by himself. Mika with the I Am Soca, also Nerdy on that one, featuring Orion. Follows then Niretti, Shemi J and Sidil, Ezra the Fun Machine, Kado, Carlton Roberts, and we also have in the end Orion and Olani. So the first set, the Sly opening in the power, followed by Ninja, then Kichaki, Manchas, Saya, Bronx and Mata, The Great, in that order, Desrel, Cupid and Ricky T, T Blacks and Nerdy, Monster, Imran Nerdy, then followed by Mika and Nerdy, Orion, Niretti, Shemi G and Sidil, Ezra the Fun Machine, Kado, Carlton Roberts, and then we have Lulani and Orion. Interesting. We get to the groovy order for the groovy in a while. In a couple hours, you'll know the order for Calypso. They'll be dipping up there. But let's take a listen as we're joined by Niam Jean-Baptiste, we're joined by Reddy, we're joined by Divine. We have the treat of them both singing for us. Two of the finest voices around singing in studio for us today. Make sure you clear the throat, get some water outside, ladies. But we're going and look at where we're at with the reigning monarch. The man defending his crown. He's also busy with soca this year. He has his Denny segment tune, The Car. You all both know that tune, The Car? Yeah, he drive the car. So Desrel very much in the fray in the soca competition also. But here he's defending. He's declared his 2 songs. We'll take a listen first. We'll go first, Iowa, to The Immigrant, and then go to The Goat, the second one. Let's hear The Immigrant from Desrel.
Good night, Firework. Nice to see you all as usual.
Good morning, Vaval Central.
Since I was a genty boy on our tough Monrepo land, I used to dream about Uncle Sam. I used to crave to join the man. Times hard on we motherland, so I packed my bags and I gone, singing merrily all the way. Uncle Sam, here I come. First thing when I meet the man, I could clearly understand why so many visa seekers want to shake his hand. Hospitality is sweet like sugar. He have the best place in the world. But by 2024 November, he turn obnoxious and cold like a troll. Uncle Sam start acting strange. I swear to God, the man deranged. Kill my life with strife and war. I'm going back Monrepo. He have a mongoose gang called Ice, squeezing victims like a vice, chaining them in gangs to go. I'm going back Monrepo. He put my name on his blacklist. Deportation he insists, but he don't know that I already making plans to go to Mopo. Although I never do no crime, I just spend a little extra time. He tracked me down like Al Capone. I'm going back Monrepo. Monrepo, my Mopo. Why did I leave you and go? I don't know. Immigration at my door, see me prostrate on the floor. How Uncle Sam get wicked, so meet me Monrepo.
Good morning, Vaval Central.
Growing up on me motherland was such a painful plight. I never liked the country sights, always wanted brighter lights. So as I met sweet Uncle Sam, I felt I'd won first prize. The sights, the lights, so bright at night, brought teardrops to my eyes. Then I faced reality, I had to work assiduously. 3 different jobs for 18 hours, struggling every day. Sending money back home to mama, shipping barrels every Christmas day. But everything crashed last November. Uncle Sam in disarray, we budget. Now Uncle Sam start acting strange. I swear to God, the man deranged. Kill my life with strife and war. I'm going back Monrepo. He have a mongoose gang called Ice, squeezing victims like a vice, chaining them in gangs to go. I'm going back Monrepo. He put my name on his blacklist. Deportation he insists, but he don't know that I already making plans to go to Mopo. Although I never do no crime, I just spend a little extra time. He tracked me down like Al Capone. I'm going back Monrepo. Monrepo, my Mopo. Why did I leave you and go? I don't know. Immigration at my door, see me prostrate on the floor. How Uncle Sam get wicked, so meet me Monrepo.
Desral and Vaval Central, immigrant Teddy.
Yes, I was. There we had Desral, that one playing on the very current situation. It couldn't be more topical of the policy of the US and indeed the president on immigration policy, very strict and of course having implications around the world, certainly for us in St. Lucia. So an international topic, yes, or happening or development with no end of local implications, the link to the local. And of course, as we had said, no doubt choosing Monrepo to represent as a metaphor for the hinterland, the homeland, the homestead. You couldn't be more St. Lucia than that. So Monrepo. Somebody asked me, there's one from Monrepo? I say no. I say that's not literal, but you know, Calypso, not that he's all castries, but using Mopo to really stress the point about going back home. And of course, as explained By the writer, then more repo, meaning my place of rest. So from the turmoil of the states, I prefer to just leave that madness and go home to unrest in Mon Repo. Interesting then, of course, Uncle Sam used to be a more current term a few years ago in the Cold War. Uncle Sam, not in such currency these days, but referring both. So he speaks of the President of the States and America without mentioning either of them, using Uncle Sam as the synonym, euphemism, whatever you may choose. That is the effort, and interesting to see how that develops towards the finals and finals night. Niam Jabatis is here. He's a long-time rival of Pep. Of course, one must see Pep known for the dramatic presentations, See, to get Trump come along on that stage. No, the presentation has been outstanding in the past years. But look, so have all the competitors have raised their game as far as presentation. Yeah, it is the criterion that they say it's only a few marks on the score sheet. The mic to Niam. The mic.
Yeah, it might be a few marks, but it definitely has influence because that's people there, and if you could show improvement or excellence in all areas, even if on the paper it's not there, but in the minds of those people it's there,
Yeah. You get to Niam his thoughts on this year and also through the years. You didn't work your guitar. You have the guitar at home. Are you there? You have it there?
Yeah, I have it
there.
there.
All right. We strum a few. No, it don't matter. We are not a few. As we said, we're focusing on getting the context, the bearings with the reigning monarch, Desrel. So let's get to his second tune where he speaks of the goat. The current term these days is a goat, a hare, the sound effects on the song of a goat, a literal goat, the animal. So there's a tease on that, the goat, but also the phrase now that with him for the greatest of all time. Yeah. And he's teasing as to who the greatest of all time. In the end, he says Mr. P. Logically, his father is an 8-time monarch, Pep.
Yeah, but one P, if you know them well.
Right. one wondering, does he go so straight and predictable? So my father is the greatest, Mr. Pep, or will there be another P?
Probably, I don't know. You could never tell.
Would they go as straight and obvious as that, or would there be another P hiding and looking?
Yeah,
Iwa, the second one from Desra.
Who is the goat? The guy so cold. Who is the top-ranking Calypso champion here in this land? Who is the goat?
Vaval Central.
Who is the monarch of all the monarchs? Say if you can. Good night. We didn't play no steel band when Michael Jordan came to this land, but we heard the quote. He is the famous basketball GOAT. In case you're confused and you confounded why we call him GOAT, I'll expound it. GOAT means the greatest of all time. So it made me wonder about Calypso in St. Lucia. Who do we promote as the Lucian Calypso GOAT? So I decided to make a plan to question Calypsonians, but the two I met, their bad reactions made me regret. Who is the GOAT? I asked them. The guy so good.
Vaval Central.
Calypso champion here in this land. Who is the GOAT? So good. I ask again, who is the monarch of all the monarchs? Say if you can. The first one start to walk and whine and shake his behind like he vex. Well vex. The other troops, I was on the moon, so my question out of context. Reject. I say all fellas have no shame. They're refusing to give the GOAT his name. In my mind, as far as my eyes can see, the GOAT has to start with the letter P. So what's on your mind? Who is the greatest of all time? So I took an excursion to the Calypso Hill of Fame. That's where monarchs train when they large and they have big name. I know goats love to live on hills, so maybe there my quest will fulfill. the hill of fame should make me find out the goat's real name. On the hill, I saw big Calypsonians climbing. Most of them were low, but a few was up to the top. So I offered a helping hand to a woman and a man. The woman was strong, but the fella was sitting down on a rock. Who is the goat? The guy so cold. Who is the top-ranking Calypso champion here in this land? Who is the goat? I asked them. The guy so cold. Who is the monarch of all the monarchs? Say if you can. The fella say he's a Malawi and he ain't have nothing to say. To me, the woman claimed the only name she holding on is Conky. Conky. I raised my head to the hill of fame. I see in a goat but not a name. When I squint my eyes I could barely see. The name of the goat is the mighty P. So what's on your mind? Who is the greatest of all time? Thank you. Find out who's the greatest at finals.
There's one on Vaval Central. Kaiso Goat, Teddy.
There's Roll defending. He says, find out who is the GOAT at finals. Happy, you can't guess, right? Who is the GOAT? You can't guess yet?
I can't guess, but I what I will say is the P that we're thinking of is not necessarily the P that he probably become. If I know this well as well.
So it's not Pep. So it's not Pep.
It could be Pep. Pep could be part of it, but it's not the full
just
picture.
Pep.
It's not the full picture.
You convinced it.
Yeah.
They wouldn't be so straight and obvious.
No, they wouldn't be. They wouldn't be. They wouldn't let it out there. I mean, hiding it for so long, and
Right,
then now
and
you can't give it right away.
You wouldn't tease and then reveal the obvious.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Okay, see, on pressure on you there, big writer, see you can't just come and see his Pep. That's so obvious. That's so, yeah? That's too much of a family story. So pressure on see on there to come different. Who do you think I was? Mr. P-Boy, who?
Pep.
You think so?
Yeah, man,
the greatest of all time. Let's go. So we go. Before your water, Happy. The mic to Dosha. So we go in Iowa. As we said, we're getting ready. She's drinking her water. But, Niam, we're just thinking that in the world now, Calypso reflects the issues that affect us. And the world now, we heard something happen in the last couple of days. The blasting of the Iran nuclear sites. We know that we're going into an era, a real serious era now. It's not going to, the Iranians not going to lie down so, as you say. So we're in for some stress. And it reminds us of an era, Calypso is prophetic and sometimes history goes in a cycle. We want to take a minute to play a song written by Jati, sung by Black Eye. And it revolves in a circle. It's so relevant, it's so current, it's so pertinent, and it so takes us back to that time, the Cold War when it was on, and bombs and strong arm tactics. Let's run a verse or chorus or so of one of the greatest calypsos ever out of St. Lucia and the Caribbean. I say it again, one of the greatest songs ever composed in St. Lucia or the Caribbean. Very pertinent now with the Iran and US situation. Rambo Diplomacy. Run it out.
Central.
Rambo Diplomacy and Vaval Central, Teddy.
What's more relevant, talking about war,
They're mad.
A mad world, bullying, peace, the cry for peace, nuclear arms, all happening now. The US attacking Iran, and it just started. So we had to, on Vaval we have the pulse. We had to be a great, that voice, Black Eye voice on that voice? Yeah, one of the greatest songs. Let me tell you, on a score sheet in any so anywhere in the Caribbean, that mashing up. That there, that a walk away for Calypso Clown anyway. Rambo Diplomacy, and again, it's relevant. Black Eye, I think you'll get a guest appearance. Poopy, line up Black Eye there. By the time finals come, it should be hot. By that Iran thing should be hot. Black Eye, start practicing your voice. We gone. Talk about voice. We have some voices here. We have intercommercial here also. Remember, Wednesday at 10 o'clock, Cultural Center, your big meeting intercommercial. All participants and their representatives and their managers, their coaches. We have Ministry of Labor. The name is? Nadia Pialwi. She's Labor. She's Miss Department of Labor. Once you ever had a problem, you must know her. She's there for years. And your Kaiso name is?
My Kaiso name is Lady V.
Lady V, not Super V. Lady
Not
V.
Super V.
And your song is?
My song is entitled Well Done.
Well done, boy. I wonder. What do you think? Well done. What angle for that? We'll hate in a while. I was it. We'll hate in a while. And Miss Pierre will sing a little. That's a famous name, not Pierre name. Tell us about that. That's a big Castries name, We're going. Divine is here. She wants to stand up a little bit and to sing properly for us. The diaphragm, The diaphragm. Run it, Iowa. A song that people are liking. One of the semi-finalists here singing one of the popular songs of the season. Divine, stand first, Divine. You have to sing, no excuse. And Run It Iowa, Divine singing.
Good night, Cultural Center. No more bang-ups for me.
Yeah, baby. He said just wait, your time will come. But I am built to beat no drum. I held his dreams, forgot my name. Played his music in a losing game. He liked me small, he liked me tame. Till I grew wild and broke that frame. I'm not his echo, not his blind. I'm not the shadow of no man. I wasn't built for backup. I was born to shine, not standing in the shadows of a bright light. I wasn't built for backup. I'm wired for fire, fuel by passion, purpose and raw desire. Don't need no spotlight, shed to find my glow. I'm front and center, in full tempo. No second verse, no second place, no silent role, no softer face. I lead, I rise, I claim my track. I wasn't built for holding back. No!
Morning, Vaval Central.
No more backups. He led the march, I walked behind. Told me love meant to be blind, but I got eyes and I got voice, and stay in silence and my choice. He wore the crown, I kissed the floor, till I got tired of keeping score. He feared the fire
He dimmed the flame, but queens don't burn, they rise in it. I wasn't built for backup, I was born to shine, not standing in the shadows of a half bright light. No, I wasn't built for backup, I'm wired for fire, fueled by passion, purpose and raw desire. Don't need no spotlight shed to find my glow. I'm front and center in full tempo. No second verse, no second place, no silent roll, no softer face. I lead, I rise, I claim my track. Yeah, I wasn't built for holding back. Yeah.
Face Alex, yeah. Yeah.
That's a big song. Big song.
Yeah.
That song is a big song. The judges will do the singing in, but that is and we shall sing it more and more as she go into the competition, but by semi-finals. You see a glow on her face when she sings. You try to dim the flame, eh?
I wonder why.
You have Dosha Fenelo, as we said, divine. She's singing first for just a bit. We just shifting the mic. Let's change seats with Ready. Ready, they ask you what's your first name. You know you have a teacher. What's your first name?
Neoma is the first name.
Neoma after your daddy, Neham.
Well, the Ne from Neham, and the Oma from Norma, which was my late mother's name.
Right.
So Neoma.
The combination.
Yes.
Yeah, we're going through. And also, Ready, this year you've been, how many years now you've been in the fray?
Oh, I think I've lost count.
You're a young veteran now. You're still young.
Oh, yeah. I like that too.
Young veteran.
Yeah, I like that one. Yes. But I know that it's been over 10 years. It's about 11 years. Yes.
We know you told us, I was indicating you took a break last year because of your mom's passing. One quite knew that you're inseparable from your mom backstage.
Definitely.
Your support,
everywhere, rehearsals, performances, she was always there.
Yeah. And we understood last year, so when the emotional toll is contributed to the writing too, eh?
Yeah.
Giving her ideas.
Yes. Very much so.
It's really good that you're back. I'm sure you'd say she'd have wanted you to continue your career and sing, and so you're back after a year's pause. Where's the development been since you started as a little girl after Cyrus Simmons to now? In what area have you developed most?
I think vocally, as well as finding who I am on stage. That's what I will say. Well, I like to study veterans like Papa. I like Stalin very much, and over the years I've just tried to find what works for me, what makes me comfortable on stage. So that's what I would say. Probably my stage presence as well as my vocals. Over the years, I have improved a lot in these areas.
Yeah, and your two songs this year. Just run the public through your two songs this year. What are they aiming to say or to convey?
Well, Run is basically a play on the word run. And Place for Them speaks on all the things that I would say that God doesn't like. So wickedness, liars, thieves, basically things that we've taken from the Bible. Well, my father has taken from the Bible and just put together in a song.
Your father took from your grandfather?
Yeah, you can say that as well.
That's why I think that was going to happen.
Many people don't know that the famous preacher Joey is in fact Niam's father. You always say he taught you a lot. The Bible, you grounded in the Bible. A lot of your manual skills too in costume making and so from the basic training. You've made that point here. Your grandfather for your father, the biblical insertion of biblical verses and quotes and so on, very much there. Niam ain't backward on the Bible at all. Don't mind in the revelry, but he ain't backward on this. Joey give him license to go in a carnival thing, boy. Joey,
yes, yeah. In fact, one of the things he said to me, you must write. He always tell me one of the things I want to do is to write on the Psalms, my own interpretation of the Psalms. He was always telling me you have to do a couple songs on the Psalms. So that's probably.
So you see, Liam spiritually grounded there. So you're going, and so she's singing what her dad gives her. And Julian, there seems to be a little play. Run, yes, run for St. Lucia, but a little play on the run.
Yes.
I heard that run a number of times in that song.
Yeah.
In every different sense.
It's not just about what's happening for her now. It's what could possibly happen in the future, and I think that's the beauty of that song in itself. And most importantly, she's a history maker, so there's no telling where she can take us in life in terms of making history. So that's what the main idea of that song is about, she being a history maker.
Yeah, I see you have a nice little jig there when you're in the running position on stage.
Boy,
I like that. I like that too. Yeah, I like the little stand, the little jig.
Big up my cook.
Go back a little, Niam. Let's see. Ready clearly as we go through. Who we running first for? You've placed a number of times, right? You haven't won the crown yet, but you've placed.
Not as yet. Yes, I've placed 4th on 2 occasions.
Your father win crown with everybody, but he ain't give you a crown yet.
Boy.
Of course, we don't assume that everybody is Okua. So for those who not so initiated, the uninitiated, that Niam Jabatiste, her father and a writer, has won the crown with Ashanti a few times, 3 times, 3 crowns, and also with Minel. He's won the crown several times, and so looking for a crown with his daughter, that partnership, that would certainly make his family and
his daughter, right?
Yes, he writing for Dosha Divine too, so it's Calypso daughter. Right. Dosha, you remember that intercommercial song? Remember the verse and chorus?
Yeah.
You'll sing it first in a while. Let's go. So we're going if ready. We're starting with the what's the name of it? A place?
Place for them.
Let's start with that one. Stand ready.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't worry when you see them in town with the corrupt mouth and doing wrong. Them with dirty hands practice evil, evoking demons to harm people. Those who hate to speak the truth, liars with arrogance, looking at 2 and 3-piece suits, but underneath is a crook, spilling innocent blood, killing without fear of God, wicked men. Well, he has a place for them. In the lake of fire and sulfur, they're forever burning, all night and all day. No escape from judgment and karma. They on judgment evening, no one will get away. The liar, the murderer, dégagez du soukoyan and the crooked white collar. Surely they will pay at the purge on judgment day. Whoa, 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 whoa. They're burning while they're burning. Why, yay, 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 yay. to envy them on their wicked path. Not an ounce of goodness in their hearts. Day by day, just they're making trouble. Well, for them the heat go be double. Child molester and rapists have children, women at risk. Lawyers bribe and case dismissed. Parasite join hypocrites to wickedness all day, all night, on their knees they praying, amen. Well, he has a place for them.
Place for them. Tell me what place for them.
In the lake of fire and sulfur, they're forever burning, all night and all day.
Place for them. Tell me what place for them.
No escape from judgment and karma. They're on judgment evening. No one will get away till I in troublemaker.
He has prepared the right place for them.
The rapist, child molester,
He has prepared the right place for them.
throwing the greedy lawyer. Surely they will pay at the purge on judgment day. Whoa, 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 whoa. They're burning while they're burning.
Yeah, strong song, strong composition, voice and vocals. I say that semi-finals have vocals, but you have the two ladies there, Divine, you have Reddy, you have Minel, you have Lucian, you have TC Brown. Whew. But vocally, that semi-finals, a lot of singing, boy. You have to sing in that semi-final because the judges will feel the difference. You know, you have to come and sing. And voices are crazy, boy. I random Juice Man. The voices alone, you know. So you're singing, so you have to, even those who might not be the strongest vocally, have to up their game and, you know, try to at least keep in key and keep there, because it will show as they come juxtaposed to each other. Ready, you're here and you're just warming up. We're going, you don't have the intermission to get back the voice. We put you under pressure one time. So Alison Mackey was very high in praise. Niam Jabatis had written this upcoming song for him. It's her composition song. Ready singing that as a second composition song, but we are, of course, live here on Vaval Central. We are live on Vaval Central and looking forward to the comments coming through. We want to commend all those following. We want to give a few patrons, followers of Vaval Central, the flowers, the props. I want to single out Anne Sharon Ferdinand. I think Sharon is one of the people in St. Lucia who supports carnival events. I'm talking about paying and buying her tickets. Through the years, Sharon goes to us about everything, and we know that she purchases her tickets. I've never known Sharon ever to ask for a complimentary ticket for a Blyer pass. She buys her tickets for everything. She's there early, and Sharon, we want to big you up as the supreme supporter of the carnival. Pass the lip service, putting your money where your mouth is, and certainly supporting. Of course, she's always there an hour before. I see Nudie write about her in the song. The show starting 8:30, but she's there quarter past. That's a line for Anne Sharon Ferdinand. Good morning to all the rest of course, big supporter Karen, Tobias, we must mention, Burns and company, who just about every event, small or big, through the year, they're supporting, and a number of others, but you certainly must not take that for granted as they go and support all causes in the name of arts and culture. We go in Iowa, we're building up to the semi-finals. The dipping is in a while at 10 o'clock, and lots more to look forward to. Ready doing her second number, verse and chorus of The Run by Juju.
Run.
Run, Kuya, run, way, Kuya.
Calling Vaval Central.
Last sentence run off with the monarchy. No judges away with his juju gun. Well, this year 25 I done set and ready. No more juju gun, now it's juju run. She take off on the track like a rocket. Juju's not a gun but a bullet. Win first medal, silver and gold. It was dedication and discipline, with daily sacrifice and hard training. Juju, fastest in the world. That's why I tell you to run. Run, Juju, run. The whole nation behind you, run. Run, Juju, run. Shakari cannot find you. Run, Juju, run. Wait, run for all of the world to see how you make Olympic history. Run, Juju, my girl, Juju, run. The fastest woman in the world. You are we golden girl. Run, Juju, my girl, Juju, run. Run! Ooh-wee. Run! Way! Ooh-wee. Vaval Central. Check how big shotgun business running amok. Young men in a race to cross through hell's gate. Rather than run big guns to the youths on the block, you give them a model to emulate. People let's run for all kind of causes. Losing with cancer, diabetes. Run one to end gun violence. To stop the useless death and injury. 6 and 7 gangsters in fury. Juju, run down this nonsense. The young men will follow you. Run, run, Juju, run. My girl, run to put a stop. Run, run, Juju, run. No more justice by gunshots. Run, Juju, run. Way, run with grace and agility to make violence history. Run, Juju, my girl, Juju, run. The fastest woman in the world. You are we golden girl. Run, Juju, my girl, Juju, run. Run, ooh-wee. Run, way, run, ooh-wee. Run. Next year, 2060.
Them high notes, boy. They're not easy, really. I'm really pleased with the level of vocals in this competition. People singing like crazy, boy. We're looking for it. And I love that dance, that Kui dance. Do you first say, Kui? That dance, a lot of charm to the performance as it comes through. We really, the semis, let me tell you, get your tickets because a few years, it's been sold out a few years. The fire people very strict on how many people are allowed in the cultural center. Although the CPMC doing inside and outside, so you could be accommodated on the giant screen outside, we're lining outside, there's seating and so. Good morning, Vaval, Double TG Gibson and the rest of the team getting everything ready for Sunday's a big afternoon. Of course, the weekend is a big one. We have on Friday, we have the soca semis. Power and Groovy, that's a big one over the Cultural Center yard. Then Saturday night, don't show you going to that, there's the big fashion show, Export the Runway. There's a big one over at Royalton. Somebody say Dosha have the haircut already, yeah? And then Sunday, boy, all roads lead to the Cultural Center. The battle is on. It's really a battle over the Cultural Center. I go in there early, no mind, and sit down in a corner. Nobody trouble me. Let me focus on my guys. So in the Cultural Center, also look forward to. Reddy is still here with us. We get in Liam Jean-Baptiste, who is a consummate writer on St. Lucia. Is one. How many crowns in all? Seven, 8? 7 crowns. You just behind Pep and Sion and them boys. Sion have 10, I think. Yeah, 10 or 11 crowds getting there. And we also have Intercommercial reminding everyone, the company is being officially notified as we speak, that 10 o'clock on Wednesday at the Cultural Center is the big meeting for Intercommercial. All companies allowed 2 reps. One of the competitors here, Reddy will allow them a little space. Miss Pierre-Louis is here. She'll tell us again her Calypso Sobriquet. What is the first time Labour taking part officially? Is the first time? Yeah.
First time.
And what gave you the motivation to take part this time?
So actually, my PS was having a discussion with me and asked whether I knew somebody who could have sung the song. She first hinted my daughter, but my daughter is a teacher. Right. So I said, I can try. She said, you sure? I said, yeah. Let me sing it and you'll see if I can sing. And that's how it started off.
You look like a face I've seen around Calypso. You're big Calypso.
I go to every
Right,
tent,
I've seen it
every
through the years.
tent,
You've been
every
there.
tent.
A tent.
Yes.
The peanuts are different, but a tent regular.
I'm a regular to the back. More by Poppy and
in the beaches.
Yes.
They're the beaches peanuts too, you know, Poppy, Linden and all, and
yes,
Von
yes,
Charles. And
Von
so
Charles.
You know about Reggie. You know what's special about that cultural center? Where the seats, the regulars, you get scoffed at if you interfere with regular
Precisely.
seats. You know? There's a seating in the cultural center. The peanuts are the front, but the bleachers are funny too. There's one side if one Suku has a seat at the back.
Yes,
nobody
Suku
expect
sits
that.
a few seats.
You know not to
behind
go in
me.
Suku seat.
Yes.
And then
also
down
Joycelyn.
right.
And then you
Karen
have
has a seat at the
Brenda,
bottom.
Karen at the bottom.
You know you don't interfere the regular seats. And then
Yes.
that is the noisy side. There's the quiet side of the beaches to the right now.
Yes.
There's the quiet side. If you no much noise, but the regular too, you know, that's where face always hiding in the face in the. So the cultural center, you go in a regular seat, you can't sit there, boy. That's Suku seat. Suku come in a while.
Yes.
So you want the bleachers peanuts. Eh?
Correct.
We go into so the song this year speaks about.
It actually speaks of the implementation of the minimum wage. As persons would know, on October 1st, we implemented the minimum wage, and we want to give it a little more pep, publicity, and for persons to actually see that, we're serious about what we're talking about. You have to adhere to the law. Basically, that's what it's saying.
You know your song well. You ready to go? Ready for? If you have to rehearse tomorrow, you ready?
Yes.
Right. You're running the first verse on the air. I want, then she'll join us in the second verse. Okay?
Why not the first verse?
You want
I
one
wanna
sec-
sing
Oh,
the
she
first
ready, boy?
verse.
What? I can't give her a little warm up. Let's go. I was going from the start. Let's go.
Morning, Vaval Central.
Aspic and Riverside of relief. The labor force was too long in grief, but hope was given with a brand new stance from those who had the nation at heart. A foundation has been laid for those who were underpaid, and the agreement will never fade. Employers will now have to turn a new page with the introduction of the minimum wage. It's a step in the right direction, created to assist the poor man. This is history here in the making to raise our standard of living. They should be honored for paving the way. They bring us hope for a brighter day, with other benefits that will come along. Welcome, welcome, well done. The road to recovery has just begun. We must unite to become as one. It's not yet over, there's much to be done. The test will prove who is right from wrong. But we as the working class must measure up to the task. The positive thoughts within our grasp. We could see the light beyond the horizon. It's up to us to stay united as one. It's a step in the right direction, created to assist the poor man. This is history here in the making to raise our standard of living. They should be honored for paving the way. They bring us hope for a brighter day, with other benefits that will come along. Welcome, welcome, well done.
Just to give the welcome, well
done.
You see us a management team there in the wings. They see us.
This song was wrote by.
The writer tell me, don't say it on the night you want to say it. On the night, He just messaged me that he said, "Don't say it
Don't say it.
on the
Okay,
night,
no problem.
on the night you want to say. Yeah, but that's part of what his presentation of. Yeah,
okay.
You want to say it on the night. One of your partners. Yeah. One of your partners are right. He messaged me earlier. He said on the night he'll say it. You know, that's part of the presentation. You're making the point.
Wow.
Well, you have sent the song. The staff know it by heart already. They learn it.
I've sung it twice for them already.
Wow. And that's the idea. Like with the WhatsApp now, it's easy to just send the song to on everybody's phone, and so all the staff know it on the night of Intercommercial. It really is one of the most enjoyable events from start. It's pace and they take part, and the hospital taking part this year. Ready? You're not sure? Last year they jumped in it, eh?
I am not sure.
Right. You can't take part because you're a professional. Eh? As I say, the basic guide for persons who are asking, a few things that people keep asking. One, that in Intercommercial, you ought not to have competed in the national level for 2 years to be eligible. So to avoid the duplication where all the senior artists go and sing for the companies. And also, some people ask me every time, Carnival, when is Carnival? Carnival is always the third Monday in July. People wonder about the date, how they decide the date. It's always the third Monday in July. You know that, Joshua? You know that, Ofan? Not yet? The third Monday in July, they go in there. So, Super V, Miss V,
Lady V to be exact.
Really,
Lady V to be exact.
Ready now, and of course, you're aware the meeting on Wednesday at 10 o'clock
Yes, I am.
over the Cultural Center. All the companies coming forward to represent and, in fact, to get ready. Intercommercial will be a big event this year. We're also hearing tomorrow from two of the gentlemen involved in organizing The Vibe. That's a big Denry segment expose. That's the night before Intercommercial. So your staff have a lot of fetting to do that week. All the best of Denry segment, overseas and local, in a big expose of Denry segment. The Carnival Committee celebrating them there. Something to look forward to as we go forward. Okay, stay with us. Niam, take center stage with your guitar. Just go next to the mic. Yeah, but bring your stool with you, you know. Happy as... yeah, just very good, you sing. Use the tall one, Niam. Yes. Yes. So we say now, as we go in for a reminder for all the artists that they have to, in fact, be at the dipping in a while. The reminder coming from the CMMC and the CPMC. 10 o'clock promptly over at the Cultural Center is where they look forward to dipping and getting their positions as they go through. Niam Jabatis, where you at with your writing? You've been at for a number of years. How you started at that writing thing?
Ashanti. I blame Ashanti because I was living my life well, and then Ashanti came to me and he said to me, boy, this year Jati used to write for me, but Jati didn't give him anything. Ashanti and I, we go back a long time. As
La
teenagers, La Panse, we used to be just making music. I remember in physics at school, at college, we did this thing with the different sounds and the levels of water.
Right.
So I had these big Pedrak bottles, and then we did a little xylophone, and we used to be making a lot of noise as teenagers on the La Panse Road. And Ashanti was singing, so I met my brother and I used to be playing and Ashanti singing. And then one day he said that we don't have, but that was after, because he knew that I had some kind of music. I like calypso, and he said to me, well, come and write him 2 songs. And then I wrote, first song I ever wrote was Lucia. Great. Can
you imagine that? One of the epic songs in
and I never able to write. I just kind of put everything in that song. And of course, Alcoholics was another one, underrated one too, but this one also was very good. And the rest is history. So it's Ashanti. Ashanti is the one who really got me into
What do you think strengthens your writing, the literary techniques and devices you use? What has helped it along the way? What experience you had that boosted your writing?
Well, to me, it's the melody part of it more than anything else, you know. Okay. Because although I didn't start, because a lot of people know me for writing, but melody is my, because I do have some pan experience.
That's what I want to get to. You know around the Panyard a lot.
Yeah. Nofsaz. I have a lot to thank Ivan for. You know, and Ivan kind of recruited me from, because I guess he knew of the little history we had in making the noise in La Panse.
Right. So what were you in the engine room, in the rhythm section, or you?
No. I used to play pan. I used to play tenor pan.
Okay, you actually played panorama?
Yeah, man. Okay, yeah, man. I played one panorama. I cannot
That's why I'm saying I know you're around
panorama. But I played on the road. But the thing about the pan is that if pan takes you into the rudiments of music, because the pan is kind of set on fourths and fifths, for bam, 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 bam. And I got into that, and the what I think my talent really is, apart from the writing, is you give me a chord progression and I can put 5, 6, 7 melodies on that for you.
Okay.
You know, so that is where a lot of people think it's the writing, but for me more it's and when I have a melody, it's much easier.
Okay.
To sing, except for this song this year, which is Please for Them. I have that song about 10 years.
Is the song or the melody?
The melody for 10 years, and to get the lyrics on it, I had to go back to what my father taught me to get the correct lyrics on it, you know. But melody is I think for me is what I consider my own strength.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so you the melody first, and then you put a song.
It doesn't matter. So Lucia came from an article.
Mm-hmm.
That's Maximin. That guy wrote something about the population, and at the time, also my work experience working in the data and knowing about population.
Statistics and so.
Yeah. So the thing is to put all of the facts with all of the things that you need to do to write a calypso, and it helps you if you're double toned. It helps you with a lot of things when you can put in the facts inside of there somehow, examples and facts.
Any literature background you have?
I dropped literature in college. So I mean, it shows you that it's not really academics more than anything else. It's more like living life, being able to describe life, talking to people,
and having a knack to it.
Yes.
And having a knack for it.
Yeah.
It's a talent, it's a gift.
Yeah.
The other aspects of carnival arts, I always stress that you're very well rounded, Liam. That I know you're a good costume maker, a good drummer.
Oh yes. Drumming is my drumming is. I have a drum everywhere I go. Mm-hmm. Everywhere I go, there's a drum. You know, and it's just something about the drum, you know, that it touched my heart, you know, and so I work with 2 groups, at least 2 groups, 4 groups, in terms of the drumming as well, and did a little professional work. Gene Lawrence is a guy I did a little thing with Jab too, you know, but drumming definitely is my love, my first love now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Liam, you speak a lot of your composition and your skills as a composer. Tell me your 2 best songs to you.
My 2 best songs. Obviously, You Shall Get In Low Low is my best song.
Right.
You know,
although some of the purists tell it defies a lot of the rules of composition.
Oh yes, and everything.
Too many words, too many verses.
Yeah.
But still, a deep song like that is so wordy, almost like a road march.
Yeah.
Is a slow social commentary that people treat like a road march. They go crazy over it.
And it had 5 verses, you know.
Right.
That's 5 verses, and the rain was falling, and it was amazing to see people standing in the rain.
You sang it first at semi-finals, right?
Yes.
At the semi-finals.
Yeah, at the semi-final. No, I think it was quarters. You know.
So early? No.
Semi-finals. Because that was in the gate in the
cinema.
Clark Cinema.
Semi-finals they released it first.
Clark Cinema.
And then people came looking for that.
And what happened that year, Ashanti got so popular because they saw who they think would win. You remember that?
Right.
And then everybody who called said Ashanti won that year, you know. And I
think
they banned that from that year.
One of the years where people went to the field to crown Ashanti.
Mm-hmm. That was that year.
It was just ceremonial.
Yeah, that was that year.
The judges were under pressure there because they came to, that song.
That was that year.
Went crazy, and that song, really a defining moment in our calypso history, you know.
You know, and I want to mention, you know, I mean, I am humbled by like support, like Mario Michel. I want to call him because a lot of people don't know. Mario Michel is an excellent judge, you know, of calypso. Mario Michel is the only one who found out, who said, I've heard him say that the rhyme, there's a rhyme in the verse. You have to wait for the verse at a particular place in the verse for you to get the rhyme.
Give us some lines.
You know? So that was the one was since she scrapes your womb, so she gets in boom, and that's there by itself. The abortion is here by here, but you have to wait for the next verse
to get that rhyme.
So she scrapes your womb.
Right.
You understand? And it was just so the rhyme itself.
One is she gets in boom. Next one she scrapes your womb.
She scrapes your womb. Soon she won't have room. I can't remember all of them.
Right.
But you know,
I mean for
Mario to follow that like that, you know, that means he's paying attention. He was paying attention because, as you said, it's very wordy. You know, and I think that's one of my weaknesses. You know, I try to put sometimes I think too much. You know, there are subtle things like even this song there that she did. When she's saying she's in Place for Them. When you see demon is a demon. You know?
Yeah.
Now, people will miss that, you know, but she's talking about burning at the time, and you know, if you have to listen really to hear. I think that's one of my things, you know, because in the hype of calypso, boy, people just want to hear a nice song, and people just want, and they don't really want to sit down and listen and things like that, you know. So that's a big challenge for me.
Yeah.
But throughout, you know, man, I'm thankful, you know, very thankful to the Almighty, thankful to people how they have embraced me. You know, the year that I missed there because mourning for
Your
my
wife.
wife there, yes, sir. And it was amazing how people were sending me, man.
Yeah.
That's not even one song, not even a piece of song you put in the thing there, you know. But yeah, man, it's been very good for me.
Which two you selected to do? You have verse and chorus from each I asked you
Well,
for.
the two that you asked me, so I will do. And you asked me about obviously the other song for the greatest impact was Compy.
Compy, yeah.
I enjoyed that.
Compy moving, yeah.
Holding on, and then we had to change it to moving on. But my favorite song from Minel is the one that you asked me to do, and that's Two Toms.
Let's go.
Thomas and Tom Chu.
Okay.
So who could remember? Help me. I cannot. I'm not a singer.
Let's go.
I like that.
I'm not a singer, and I always sing in G. For some reason, I cannot go nowhere else.
Yeah.
You know, in G. I am always in G. Yes, okay. Badida, badida, badida. Thomas and Tom Chu, one past the other still there. Achoo, Thomas Blue left Lucia in despair. Water, Thomas Spew, flood mud inside hammock. Disaster forced you to fly in water by pack. Thomas then Union, Blue Tom Chu, fishing pool. Temple let children stay home cause fishing school. I tell you was Thomas and Tom Chu. As pass but the Chu still there. Il a toujours papa na parana. Mitula. Ils s'en nous prier Chu Sala. Thomas par last year left Lucia in despair. Papa na parana. Mitula. Il a nous prier Chu Sala. Thomas par last year still there. Il a toujours.
Yeah, but the context that was so well written. One of the, you know, that's one of my favorite episodes from all times.
It's
the
mine
play
too, mine too.
Tom Ass. I mean, happy a storm ravager called Tom Ass, and a troublesome pesky ambassador called Tom Chu. And happy said the Ass and Chu.
The
of
Ass
course,
and
the
Chu,
yeah.
you know. And it's just amazing sometimes how the words just come. That song and
to Tom.
That was one of the easiest.
That's the name of the song. Two Toms.
Two Toms was the name of the song.
Tom Ass and Tom Chu.
And they have my favorite whole line in that is Tutti Poje Chu Fun.
You're right. Chu Fun.
F-U-N-D fun.
Burst and fun.
But fun. And
that's a great line.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you, you know, it was just
Chu Fun. Yeah.
And Boots always talking about the use of patois. That was
yeah. But patois
very
and English, you played on it,
you know.
And of course it's the part, our duality that allows in our language to Ass and Chu, you know.
Yeah, man.
It's
So
really
our dictionary is expanded.
And when you add, I remember the ad lib, whole Chunu pardon.
Yes, yeah,
which
man.
Is a phrase they have now, you know.
Yeah, man. It was just
line upon line, but
and then now they had the UWP because there's political commentary as well, and then they say how if he's a boat true.
Yeah.
He refused to kiss Chu.
Right, yeah.
You understand? It was just, you know, an amazing
play,
you know,
a lot of play.
Play on words, you know,
yeah.
and very, very, I enjoyed writing that song, laughing all the way, you know, laughing. and Minel, of course.
Minel was boss boy. She's on next. We'll try and ask her to sing it this week. She's coming in this week.
Okay.
Ask her to sing.
Yeah, man,
she
was something else, you know.
What's your final one, Happy? You're going to verse and chorus. Which other one you have for
I
us?
think you asked me to do that one. La da, G again. Vida da da, leva vida, da di da.
gentleman living in fear. Of intimate moments that they share. It is so tragic. The explain. Spreading like fire among us. Man like woman promiscuous. It's just like magic. Fornication and adultery is so common. Wherein our society also homosexuality. So the master said to stop this plague now, cause the plague of hell will strike you somehow. Now is the time to end the risky behavior. Boy. Now is the time to mend the bad attitudes. Woy, yo, 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 yo. Now is the time to pray to the Creator. There is one partner, there is no other. Around, like you down, like you down, 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 down. The Ashanti boy. That is Ashanti. That's the heyday of Ashanti boy. The explain, spreading like fire among us. Yeah, man like woman promise.
Now that was the year. That was the year. I think that year. That was the year they pull out the plug because he had that. And you know what song he had with it, Teddy?
Mm-hmm.
Caribbean Unity.
He dropped the night of finals.
Yeah.
I said it on Friday. He had that song, and many argue up to now that you should have released that song earlier in the season.
Yes,
it was not a bomb song.
It was economic and it had a lot of facts.
It had to grow. It had to grow. Enough vibes, Dosha. Well, you know your seat there for you once you make the finals. Your seat there, you have to come back. Ready? You come back in that chair if you make the finals, so you know it's done. And of course, Miss V, you're looking forward to Intercommercial. You have your fans. Ernie and them message me already, boy. They're looking out for you.
If he knew I was there, he put in a peacock line.
So did I write that song?
No.
No, Ernie's the reigning champion.
Oh yeah, that's true.
We gone. What are you taking them out with? What are we getting them? A Manchester. They're wrong for that. Manchester Big Tunes Casabo. You go end that. But you know why I have give me a few lines in that. I like that song so much, boy. That divine song. That backup. Yeah. Backup. It's a nice song. It's a nice song. Give me 2 lines now before you go. Give me a cappella 2 lines. Give us 2 a cappella lines to take us out. Give us 2 a cappella lines to take us out. Go ahead. Go ahead. 1 second, just go ahead. Just the hook line. Just give us the chorus. Just give us the chorus.
So you have to tell me why you like that song so much.
It's well done. It's well executed. Well written. Well executed. Yeah. Go ahead.
I wasn't built for backup. I was born to shine, not standing in the shadows of a half bright line. I wasn't built for backup. I'm wired for fire, fueled by passion, purpose, and raw desire. Don't need no spotlight shed to find my glow. I'm front and center in full tempo. No second verse, no second place, no silent roll, no softer face. I lead, I rise, I claim my track. I wasn't built for holding back.
Big tune, and all the artists will come through. TC Brown, we coming through this week. Suku, pick up yourself. Come RCI, come in the Vaval Central, and we're going through all the other artists who have qualified. We're busy this week with the artists, giving them the spotlight here on Vaval Central. We go through them all as we build up to what will be a great semi-finals come Sunday. We're going out to Manchester tomorrow, 8 o'clock. We on lots to feature tomorrow morning.
Wrong for that.
Yeah. You going for wrong for that for Manchester? Beats, big up yourself, boy. Wrong for that.
They're wrong for that.
Your computer wrong for that, Iowa? You great Manchester.
They wrong for that. Say Lucia. Let me go. Every year they're judging revelers. They wrong, they wrong. They wrong, they wrong. Central. All of them they wrong. They wrong, they wrong. They wrong, they wrong. They wrong, they wrong. All of them they wrong. Every year they're judging revelers wrong. They wrong for that. That is why I wrote this little song. They wrong for that. To put all them haters in their place.
Vaval Central in the Caribbean Sound is sponsored by the Carnival Planning and Management Committee, the Carnival Music Management Committee, Creamery Novelties, Live a Little, Harris Paints, the Champions of Color, the Computer Store, Sports Bringing Value Home, Grace Tropical Rhythms Juices.
People, they must stop that. They're wrong for that. They're wrong for that. They're wrong for that. They're wrong for that. Every carnival they're judging we. They're wrong for that. That is why I wrote this melody. They're wrong for that. To tell them to stop talking mashi. They're wrong for that. When revelers spending their money. They're wrong for that. They need to stop that. They must stop that. Why they're so evil? They must stop that.
Say, Lucia, are you ready to feel the vibes? The National Groovy and Power Semifinals is coming your